peace and unity reflections. Hope all is well. Hope all is well on this beautiful rise. You know, out here in nature like the nature boy. I ain't talking Ric Flair, but every time I get that photon energy, it make me say, woo! Excuse my inner child, being a child, I was big, and heavy influence, watching that WWE, like that was my thing back then. I loved to watch some wrestling, growing up. Before we all realized that this shit was fake and it was just entertainment, we really thought this shit was real, but growing up, I was a huge wrestling fan. But yeah, that was just me growing up as a child, man. But what I want to say is that kind of relate back to your, you doing your shadow work, because your shadow work is basically you releasing that inner child, that joy, that happiness, that feeling as being a kid again, like you didn't care what nobody thought about you, didn't care what people said. Before, we've been reprogrammed mentally to think the way that we do as we become adults. As kids, we didn't care, we just live, and that's how it should be now. But, as you get older and you become an adult, society give you all these rules and regulations to abide by, and you feel like you weird for standing out and letting your inner child out as you get older, because how people say, oh, grow up. Fuck that. Be yourself, man. Let your inner child show. And one way that you could really face your inner child is by, accepting yourself and, sitting with yourself, taking the time out of the day to just sit with your thoughts and just sit alone with nobody, no distractions, nobody calling you, nothing. Just you and your thoughts. You see, they try to distract us from being able to sit with self because they keep you busy all day, going to work, going to school, whatever it may be, to keep you distracted from focusing. Even down to this technology, it's a distraction, But when you sit with self, you have the time to sit there and let all of your thoughts come to the surface of your mind. You have to face every problem. You have to face your shadow side. That's why they call it shadow work. Like you have to face, the thoughts, your dark thoughts, and the side of you, the dark side of yourself. You have to really face that. And the more that you critique yourself and the more that you give your own self-criticism, you know what I mean? Like you give your own self-criticism, you look at the things in your life that you need to work on or fix, and you look at that and you work on that. That's why they call it shadow work, because it motivates you and push you to try to work on the dark side of yourself to help you become a better version of yourself. So everything that you go through, it's a lesson for you to become better, or to work on yourself. We all have our own journey, and ain't nobody perfect, but hey, you know what's right from wrong. When you know better, you do better, So that's all it is. And being able to express yourself, and just be comfortable in your own skin and not really giving a fuck what others think. When you face your shadow self, that's when you start to go down the road of mastering self, And like as an artist, as somebody who speaks out publicly, anyone that's like a leader, you know what I mean? A writer, whatever you may be, you know what I'm saying? Especially in entertainment, that's you facing, that's a part of, you facing doing the shadow work, because you become comfortable in your skin. Like for an artist, for instance, artists put their emotions and feelings in a song, and express how they feel. That's them not caring how you feel. That's them not caring what others think. They expressing it and leaving it all within the music. You know what I mean? So that's you facing your dark side and just, not having a filter and not giving a fuck what others think about you, and really just learning to be comfortable in your skin and love yourself. That's the way to get the keys to, the self-mastery, Just learning how to just accept yourself. You don't need people around you. All you need is yourself. And sit with yourself and just let those thoughts, just sit in silence. Being in silence is very powerful because it gives you time to put your thoughts together, and that's the form of meditation as well. Like you sitting there and you just getting your thoughts together, and you just looking at everything, all your obstacles, everything that you face in life, and you just sit there and you question yourself too, also, like whatever problem it is you have, like say you say your shadow work might be, because everybody's shadow work different. Your shadow work might be being able to learn how to help people without being selfish. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit with yourself and ask yourself, why are you so selfish? Why do you, why don't you want to share with others? Why don't you like to help others? Why are you the way you are? It's just sitting with self, and the longer you sit in silence, those answers are gonna come to you. But you know that deep down, that's a part of your shadow work. Or for another example, like if somebody likes bullying people, you know, the people that's not even bothering them type shit, you know, that's something that they need to sit with and ask themselves, okay, so why am I like this? What demonic force or what's dark within me that's causing me to fuck with people who's not even bothering me or even paying attention to me? You know, why am I bullying them? Why am I, you know what I mean? Like, that's like part of shadow work. We all have our own stuff to worry about. I'm just using these as examples. I'm not calling nobody out or anything. I'm just saying, like, when you sit with self, you have time to observe and think about these things and work on it, because the more that you know that it's something you need to fix or work on, the more it'll motivate you to want to get better and better and better yourself. So, you know, when you look back at these things, you can always look back at like, damn, I came a long way and really evolved from that, you know. So that's all shadow work is, man. Accepting yourself and just letting that inner child show.